Psychetruth. Life, wisdom.
Hello, my name is Catherine Elizabeth. Thanks for watching. Today we're going to do an abdominal workout that I designed. Being a ballet dancer, I wanted to do something that really isolated the abs and didn't overwork the quadriceps too much. So before we get started, I just wanted to explain a little bit about the muscles we'll be targeting. For the purpose of simplicity, we'll break it up into 3 parts. The six-pack muscles this whole thing is called the rectus abdominis. That's what you see here at the front. The side muscles are the obliques, and then we have the deep abdominal muscle called the transverse abdominis that really just wraps all the way to the spine, and it's beneath all of it. You almost think of it like a corset, just it's what cinches everything in, it's what protects your organs, and it's actually very important for getting that definition in the six-pack. So if you want to think about it, like, I don't know if you had that, the Play-Doh hair salon where you squeeze the Play-Doh through. That's kind of what has to happen for these muscles to show. You have to have the strength of that deep transverse abdominis to help push the muscle through that non-muscular shape, giving you the definition you want. So we're going to take it to our mats and let's get started. Alright, so I just wanted to do a little exercise to get used to that feeling of using that deep transverse abdominis muscle. So what we're going to do, you're just going to take a big breath in, exhale all of your air out, so your stomach should be teeny tiny. Exhale every last breath. Now, when you get to that point where your stomach is as small as possible, I want you to take a deep breath in, but keep your abs where they are. So you're going to feel that resistance against your breath, wanting to fill up your stomach, wanting to fill up your lungs. But we're going to exhale out. And hold that breath in without letting this move. And you should really feel a muscle probably right behind your belly button working against that. So just do that a few more times with me. Let it all out. Exhale. Take a deep breath in. Squeeze the air out. Deep breath in. Hold those abs. And exhale. One more time. Big breath in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Okay, now we're going to start with a basic crunch. So now we can go ahead and take a seat on our mats. Alright, so the crunch is something you might have learned in gym class, but it might be a little bit different than what we're doing today. So let's go ahead and just lie down on your mat, nice and easy. Put your feet about hip-width distance apart. Now we're going to use that same principle of using our deep abdominal wall to help us flex our abs upward. So first of all, you want to put your hands in a nice comfortable resting position. They're not going to be helping you with the movement. So we want our thumbs right behind our ears and just cradle your head with your fingers. Now you see how my elbows are up here right now? That eventually is going to give me a lot of compression in my neck and my upper back. So we really want the elbows to not be participating in this at all. We're just putting our hands in a place so they're out of the way. Now we have our nice comfortable hand cradle here. We're going to take a big inhale, and on that exhale we're going to use those deep abdominal muscles to just raise us a few inches off the floor and come back down. Now we'll do a few of these once we get the technique, but it helps to keep your eyes at the ceiling so that we avoid any of that neck compression there. So again, we inhale through our nose, exhale up and down. Now you might only come an inch off the floor and you should still be feeling quite a burn if you do that a few times in a row. So we're going to do 20 of these. Just access those lower abs, wake them up a little bit. Inhale, exhale. And always check back in to make sure that your neck is staying free and that those elbows are staying back. So this probably doesn't look like much. But that's because I'm just isolating those lower abs. It's the only thing helping me do the work. I'm not using momentum. I'm just using the small muscular flex of my lower abs. Just 3 more here. And last one. Roll it down. So now that our abs are nice and warmed up, we're going to find that connection with the rest of our body. So we're just going to start. You're going to gently grab right behind your right thigh with your right hand. The left leg is going to extend a few inches off the ground, toes pointed if you can. And we're going to take that left hand and just reach it towards our left ankle. And the same principles apply. You want to inhale here, exhale up. Now you're trying to find a right angle with that right leg. If this is too difficult, you can always put a support under your lower back or under that left foot, or you could just leave that left foot down. We'll do 5 more here. Keep stretching that left leg forward. And 1 more. And rest those legs. So you should really feel that burning up your left side. Now let's switch our legs. Same idea, hand behind the thigh. Left leg is in a 90-degree angle. Extend that right leg forward, pointed toe, a few inches off the ground. Put that right arm in a fist. We're just going to exhale up, reach for that ankle. Now I am putting a little bit of resistance into that left arm, pulling that leg to keep it stable. Exhale up, inhale down. Reach for the ankle and down. Just keep breathing. Check in with your neck to make sure you're not holding excess tension. 3 more here. 2 and 1. Good. So now we've established that connection between our abs, our hips, and our legs. Now we're going to continue using that. Now we're going to incorporate those side muscles, those obliques. So we're just going to do an easy knee to elbow touch. So we're going to twist and touch. And I'm extending my legs here, but if you want, you can just keep them at tabletop and try to touch them as far as you can. It's that twisting action that really gets those obliques going. Just keep breathing. Let's do 3 more per side. 2 and 1 to the right, and relax. So I am definitely starting to feel the burn all in my lower abs, a little bit in my sides. Now we're going to do something a little bit slower. This is going to really challenge you to isolate your abs and not use your back and your neck. We're going to take a slightly wider foot position. Your feet are going to be angled out just a little bit. Now this was inspired actually by ballet, so I put my arms in what is a ballet first position, but really you can just touch your belly button and move your hands about a foot away so your arms are nice and rounded. We're going to keep those arms there. Think of the shoulder blades touching the mat. We're going to inhale, and we're going to exhale and just slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra. And you can see I can adjust my feet to sort of make room for my body here. We're going to just twist from left to right. So we go up straight on the exhale. That's tough right there. And then we just do a little twist to the right. Rolling vertebra vertebra, that's hard to say, vertebra by vertebra. And we exhale up the same way. And again, if you're not able to push through all the way up, that's okay. This is a very difficult exercise, so just go as high as you can and give your best effort. Really trying to keep those feet on the ground. This is the hard spot right here. Let's just do one more on each side. Neck is long. And last one. Very good. Rest for just a second. Take a nice deep breath. Shake out any tension that might have accumulated in your neck. Maybe roll it out. All right. So while we're recovering, I just wanted to mention the importance of diet when trying to find definition in those muscles. These exercises are going to make you very strong, but if you want that strength to show physically, diet is just as important. I personally am a vegan. I have a very high-fat, low-carb diet, actually, and it's worked very well for me in terms of energy and in terms of finding that definition. So that's just something to keep in mind, that the exercise is important, but the diet has to go with it as well. So now we're going to take that plank position. You start on your knees, go to your elbows, and find what I call sphinx arms. So you're not clasping. Some people will do this, but I find if you put your forearms parallel, it prevents you from caving in too much on your back. So take those sphinx arms, set them parallel right under your shoulders. Now we're going to just push ourselves into a flat plank. So you want one line from the head to the heels. Now this is pretty difficult to do without letting your lower back sink or without putting your butt in the air. This really takes a lot of core strength to hold. So just keep breathing. I like to focus on my mat, or I would say about 10 inches from my fingers, just center. That helps keep my neck long, reminds me to keep my shoulders back, and it reminds me to just try to get rid of any excess tension in places it shouldn't be. I'm directing all of my energy to my abdomen. It can help sometimes to squeeze the glutes to get that, if your butt's a little bit up in the air, squeeze those glutes down, you get that nice long line. 10 more seconds here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you can relax. Now we can definitely, if you want, you can challenge yourself with a little more time up in that plank. You can test yourself every day, try to beat your time. It's really a great full body exercise. So let's do that one more time. Let's hold it for 30 seconds. And you can count with me. So find your sphinx arms, shoulders right over your elbows. Press up into that plank. Lower the hips. Focus your gaze. And start. 30, 29, 28, 27, 25, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, you got it, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and relax. So in that plank, another thing that you might want to remember is to keep pushing the floor away with your elbows. Just always think of resisting the floor. That'll help prevent any sinking in the neck once again. So keep that in mind. On this next exercise, we're going to do a side plank. We're really going to target those side abs, those obliques. So what we're going to do, same idea as before, you can do this on your elbow, you can do this on your hand, placing your hand right under your shoulder, we're going to be doing this kind of position. You're going to be balancing on the edge of your bottom foot. If this is too difficult, you can always take a knee. You can take a knee and an elbow. Just modify it however you need to. So, I'm just going to take an elbow today, using the edge of my foot. I'm going to flex my feet, stack them, and if you can, extend your arm here. If that's too much, you can always put your hand on your hip. Now again, you're pushing the floor away with that lower arm. And just breathe here. Really focus on keeping that left hip up. Just keep breathing. If you find your arm is also getting a little bit of a workout, that's totally normal. See it as an added bonus. And we can relax there. Now let's go ahead and do our other side. We'll go back to that and we'll add something once we do our other side. Find that elbow or that hand. Make sure whatever base of support you're using is right under your shoulder. We find the edge of our right foot, stack the feet, and push up. Push that right hip up. You're focusing on engaging this muscle, not letting that hip sink. Keep it up. Hand goes to the hip, or it can extend above. And if you want to follow that hand with your head, that can be a nice feeling too. Just gives you a place to focus while you work. And just keep breathing here. Always check in to make sure you're not letting that hip sink. Pushing that floor away on the right hand. A few more seconds here. And come down. Good. So this next time, we're going to go back to both sides. If that was challenging enough, you can do the exact same thing again. If you want to take it a little bit further, we can go up to that hand or to that elbow, and we're going to sort of scoop our arms into the space below our abs, so that we're adding that twisting element just to get a little bit more to the obliques, like we did on the mat before. So up we go into our position. Now you can extend that arm, and you're going to try to keep your hips and abs where they are, and you're just going to scoop under as far as you can. So this is challenging your stability. So you might find that your body wants to twist, your hip wants to twist forward. It's not what we want. We want to keep them exactly where they are as much as possible. Inhale here, exhale for the scoop. Thank you for staying with me. I know we're working hard today. And take one more on this side. And relax. And let's push up to the other side. Take that elbow or that hand, stack the feet right up into the position. Hips are high, and we start our scoop with an exhale. You might find that one side is easier than the other. That's very normal. Most people have a dominant side. The key is to do the same amount of work on both sides equally, so that you can eventually make both sides equally strong. So we want a strong, balanced body. Keep pushing that mat away with that right hand. Inhale here, check in with your breath. Exhale. Let's do 3 more. 2, keep that right hip high, and 1, and bring it down. Okay, so now that was our plank series. Let's move on to something a little bit different. I'm going to use a towel, but you can use a sweatshirt. If you have some sort of Pilates mat, that's great. What I'm going to do, I just want something to support my lower back a little bit. So something about this size is great. So after you've grabbed your towel or your sweatshirt or whatever you're going to use for your support, you want to stick that right behind your back. I would say about 2 to 3 inches from your tailbone. So what we're trying to do is give your lower back a little bit of support while we lie back, so that we can work the abs without straining that lumbar spine, that lower back. So we're just going to lean our upper bodies back. You should find sort of a curve here, and you should feel that towel supporting that curve. Just find that space, brace your abs, and just feel what it's like to float there. You can bring it up. So we're going to use that position for this next exercise, which I call swan arms. It is, again, a sort of a ballet-inspired exercise. If you're a dancer, you'll recognize 5th position arms to 2nd. For everybody else, that's just arms up ahead and arms to the side. So we're going to go rock back into that position. Keep the breath. Think of those deep muscles cinching your waist in. We're just going to go up and out, up and out. Try to keep the chest broad when you do this, and see how far back you can go. Inhale here, exhale here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more of each. Exhale and roll it up. And you might want to adjust that support. If you need a little bit more, you might want to use 2 towels, something that gets your upper body a little further up. I'm going to roll mine just once more over, so you can get a little bit more support there. And I'm going to move it a little bit closer just for the shape of my spine. That's what's going to help me the most. So just find the place that feels supportive, so that it's an efficient place to work from. So you're really targeting your abs and not straining that lower back. So we're going to do one more set of those. Directly after, we're going to shimmy our arms. So we're going to do our up and side, and then we're going to reach. And you almost want to think of touching the floor with your elbows. You don't actually have to touch the floor, but you want to think of that side to side motion. That's going to challenge your obliques again. So here we go. We're going to start regular swan arms. Inhale, exhale. Challenge yourself, see how far back you can take it. The farther you go, the harder it is. Let's do 3, 2, and get ready to shimmy. Here we go. Right, left. If you're very low to the floor, you might actually be able to touch it with your elbows. For 10, 9, 8, 7, keep breathing, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring it up. Alright, so to finish this series, we're going to do a classic ab exercise known as 100s. I'm not entirely sure why they're called that, but I think it has something to do with the way we're going to be pressing our hands down. So you're going to be given stacks of 10. Our fingers are spread. We're going to be really forcefully batting our arms toward the floor in this position. Our legs are raised. Our neck is just slightly tucked, almost like there's a tennis ball between your chest and your chin. So you don't want it all the way to your chest. Just a little bit of a curve so that your spine is in its natural position. So in that curved neck, we're going to raise both legs, and we're just going to slam those hands down. 10, 10, 10, 10. Exhale, exhale, exhale. We always want to exhale on the way down, and our breath will naturally take the breath in. So again, you almost want to think of getting rid of every last breath on each of those exhales. If you want to challenge yourself, move those feet towards the ground. 20, 19, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, if you've made it this far, you might want to be here for this next bit. This is what I call the ultimate challenge. This is a series of 3 movements done in succession and repeated. So here are the 3 movements. First we have a 2-legged tuck. So we have our hands palms facing up right next to our thighs. On an exhale, we're going to bring our knees to our chest and inhale back down, but we never let our heels touch the floor. So that's going to happen fairly quickly. It helps almost to think of pulling your legs up with your hands. It's all one movement. They should come up simultaneously. So there's our first movement. That's the tuck. The next movement might feel a little awkward at first, but what we're doing is really trying to work our abs. You might get a little bit of an inner thigh workout as well. So we're going to support ourselves on our elbows, and our lower back is going to be tucked against the floor. Now in that position, your heels are going to come apart. You're going to turn out from your hips if you can, so that your heels are facing each other and your toes are pointed out. And on the exhale, we're going to use just our abs to pull our legs towards our heads. So this isn't about the legs. The legs aren't kicking. We're just flexing our abs and our legs happen to follow. So that's what I call them baby crunches, but maybe for the wrong reasons. Okay, so we have our tuck, we have our baby crunches, and we have the next one, which is the butterfly. So we're still on our elbows for this. We point our toes, and we crisscross our feet. Again, challenging the stability of those lower abs. All right, so now that you know those 3 moves, we're going to do it in a series. So we're going to do we're going to do 3 sets of 10 of each. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to do it all again. So we're going to do it twice total, small break in between, but don't go anywhere. All right, here we go, starting with those tucks. It goes 10, 9, 8. Exhale, 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 exhale. Get ready for those baby crunches. Elbows, exhale, exhale. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and butterfly. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. So while we're taking our break, before we go on to our next set, I mentioned earlier the importance of diet in achieving the goals and achieving your goals. So let me know if you guys want to see any nutrition videos, any diet videos, for getting the 6-pack. I have lots of ideas. Hopefully some of them would be helpful. So just let me know if that's something you'd be interested in. That being said, I think our break is over, so it's time for that second set. Let's go back to our tuck position. Doing 10 of each. We've got the tuck, the baby crunch, and the butterfly feet. Here we go for 10. Inhale, exhale, tuck, and tuck, tuck. 5 more here. 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby crunches. Turned out feet. Exhale. Exhale. Isolating those abs for 5. 2, And butterfly feet for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, almost there, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, that is our workout for today. Now all we have left is a nice stretch. Prevent that soreness in your abs from today's workout. So I'm just gonna go to my belly, put my hands under my shoulders, and just gently push away the floor. Give those abs a nice stretch. Press the top of your hips towards the mat, get even more of a stretch. If you want, you can look up, just extending that line in the front of your body. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. And relax. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you guys got something out of that workout. Let me know if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or ideas for what you might want to see in the future. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you'll want to watch all my future videos. Until next time, again, thank you for watching. Have a great day.
Police car.